Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to do a simple program whereby our computer will generate a random number between 1 and 10. And then we will ask our users to guess this number that the computer has generated. So let's first generate this random number using the random module, random.randint. So we want an integer number between 1 and 10. And let's store this in our variable random number. Then we will print to our users, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Then we will prompt them to guess this number. Guess the number. After that, whatever the user has entered, we are going to store in a variable user guess. And if the user has guessed this random number correctly, we will print to them that they have guessed it correctly. If they guess a number that is lower than the random number, we will tell them that their guess is too low. If they guessed higher, we will tell them that their guess is too high. So very simple, nothing special. So let's first print if the user guess is equal to the random number. That means that they have guessed correctly. We'll print to them, you have, or just you are right. Then tell if the user guess is lower than the random number. That means that they have guessed low. We'll print to them, you guessed low. Tell if the user guess is greater than the random number. It means that they have went too high. So we'll print to them, you guessed too high. And let's run our file. So let me just correct this. It was supposed to be D. You guessed low. So let's run our file to test our code. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Guess the number 3. We have received an error, a type error that says not supported between instances of string and integer. And we have forgotten to convert our input value into an integer using the int method. So we have to convert, never forget to convert your input values into an integer. So user guess is equal to an integer version of user guess. So let's try again. Think of a number between 1 and 10, guess the number 3. You guessed too high. Let's run our file again. You want to have too low. You are right. So we guessed correctly. Let's run our file again. Now I want to guess maybe too low. You guessed low. So all the three conditions are working. But I don't want to rerun this file again and again. For example, if I guess the number low, I don't want to quit out of the terminal, run the file again, quit out of the terminal, run the file again until I guess it correctly. We can do that using the while loop. So we can put our code into a while loop such that as long as you are guessing the random number incorrectly, we want to run the file or run our code from the top again. So we can put our code into a while loop by saying while true, which means that whatever condition you are going to write in this indentation of the while loop, as long as it remains true, run this code. For example, if you guess the number low, we want to continue, and this continue statement will return our execution from the top again, and our code will be executed from the top to the bottom. So also if you guessed high, we want to continue again and start our execution from the top. And if you guess the number correctly, we want to break out of the while loop because you have gotten what we wanted. Let's run this file. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Guess the number. Let's say maybe 3. You guessed too low. So see that it is asking to guess the number again. So that continue statement has returned our execution to the top again. So we want to guess the number again. Maybe 5. I guess it too low. 7. I guess too low. 9. And then I got the number correctly. And it has printed you are right and quit out of the program. So I want to guess too high. This time let's rerun our file again. Guess the number 8. I guess too high. Guess the number again 6. Too low. So if 8 is too high and 6 is too low, it means that it is 7. 7. Then you are right. I got the number correctly, printed you are right and quit out of the program. I also want to keep track of how many attempts or how many guesses I will make till I guess the number correctly. You can initialize a total guesses variable. Total guesses, then initialize it to 0. And this total guesses will keep track of how many attempts we will make. So when our execution hits at the top of this while loop, we want to increment that total guesses by 1. For example, if you guess the number low, this continue statement will return our execution to the top. That's when our total guesses will be incremented by 1. Also, when you hit high, the continue statement will return our execution to the top, and these total guesses will be incremented by 1. So let's print at the end here. You guessed the correct number in, and then number of times or the total number of guesses. You can use that variable within this placeholder using f string, so that you can include that total guesses variable within our string, then times. For example, if this total guesses is equal to 2, it will print you guess the correct number in 2 times. Let's run our file. Guess the number 3, low, 7, too high, 5. You are right. You guessed the correct number in 3 times. So we have kept track of how many attempts we made. And that's all for this video. See you in the next video. Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to do a small program that asks the user to enter the year Apollo 11 landed on the moon. And the correct year is 1969, but we want to validate whether the user has entered the correct year or not. So we are going to follow these simple steps. We will first prompt the user to enter the year Apollo 11 landed on the moon, and then we will check if the user has provided a whole number, because we want the user to be a whole number. And if the user has provided the right answer, which is 1969, we will tell them that they are right. Or if the user has provided a year that is within a 10 years range, which means 10 years less to the correct answer or 10 years higher to the correct answer, we will tell them that they are too close. And if the user has not provided the right answer or has not provided a year that is within 10 years range, we will tell them they have provided a wrong answer. So you have this print statement that says welcome to this program. So let's first prompt the user to enter the year Apollo 11 landed on the moon. Landed on the moon. Then I can provide some space for the user to type in. Then whatever the user has provided here, I want to store it in a variable year. And then you want to check if the user has entered a number or something else. So we want to check if this year is a whole number by saying year dot is numeric. If this is false, we want to print to the user to enter a whole number this time, then quit out of the program. And what we have done is that we first prompted the user to enter the year Apollo 11 landed on the moon, and then we validate whether the user has entered a whole number or not. And if this that is numeric method is returning false, it means that the user has entered something that's not a whole number. And we want to tell the user to enter a whole number next time and quit out of the program. You can confirm that by running this file. It will prompt us to enter the year Apollo 11 landed on the moon. Let's enter something that's not a whole number, maybe a letter W. And then the program will tell us to enter a whole number next time and quit out of the program. So that's working fine. So what if the user has entered a whole number? So else, if the user has entered a whole number, we want to convert that year an integer by using this int method, because any input value is by default a string. So we want to convert our year, the digit that the user has entered, into an integer. So we convert the year into an integer by using the int method, and this int method will convert our year from string to an integer. And then we can check if the user has provided the correct year, which is 1969. So if the year is 1969, we want to print to the user, you're right, 1969. I can use this year variable. It's the correct year. Then I can use fstring to embed this variable within this string. And also we want to check if the user has provided if a year that is within a range of 10 years. So if the year is in range of, let's say, 10 years less, 1959, or 10 years high, which is 1979, to the correct year, we want to print to them too close. Otherwise, if they have not provided the correct year, or a year that's within a 10 years range, you will tell them they have provided the wrong answer. Let's run our file to see if our code is working correctly as expected. So it will first prompt us to enter the year Apollo 11 landed on the moon. Let's first provide the correct answer, which is 1969. It will return you are right, 1969 is the correct year. Let's run our file again. Prompt us to enter the year Apollo 11 landed on the moon. Let's enter a year that's within 10 years less range, 1963 maybe. It will tell us you are too close, working correctly. Okay, run again. Let's provide a year that's within 10 years higher range, 1974. Tell us you are too close, right? So let's provide an answer or a year that's within out of 10 years range, maybe 1923. It will tell us you have provided the wrong answer. And the main concept of this video was to learn how to validate the user inputs using this that is numeric method, and this will return true if the string is a numeric string, otherwise it will return false. So you can use this that is numeric method to validate the user inputs. And that's the end of this video. I hope you learned something, and see you in the next program. Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video we're going to do a simple program that calculates the grades for students. So we will first prompt the student to enter his grade score, and if the student enters 80 and above, we'll give him grade A. If he enters a number that's between 60 and 80, we'll give him grade B. If he enters a number that's between 50 and 60, we'll give him grade C. If he enters between 40 and 50, we'll give him grade D. If he enters a number that's below 40, we'll give him grade F. So let's first prompt the student to enter his grade score using the input function. Enter your grade score. And then we'll specify that we want a whole number that is between 0 and 100. After that, whatever the student has entered in this prompt, we want to store it in a variable score. Then we can confirm if the student has entered a whole number or not. So if score dot is numeric is false, we want to print to the student enter a whole number next time. And then we'll quit out of the program. So let me just explain what I did here. We have first prompted the student to enter his grade score, and we want a whole number that's between 0 and 100. And if the student does not enter a whole number, which is confirmed by this dot is numeric method, we'll print to the student to enter a whole number next time and quit out of that program. So we can test this by running this file. And then it will prompt us to enter our grade score. Let's say we enter something that's not a whole number, maybe a letter. And then it will tell us to enter a whole number next time and quit out of the program. So that's working fine. So what if the student has entered a whole number? So else, and what we are saying here is if the student does not enter a whole number, print this to the student and quit out of the program. Otherwise, if the student enters a whole number, you first want to convert that whole number into an integer using the int function, because any input value is by default a string. So we want to convert that score from string to an integer using the int method. And then we can check if the student has entered a score that is greater or equal to 80. And then we want to print to the student grade A if the student enters a score that is greater or equal to 60 and a score that is less than 80, we'll give him grade B. So print grade B. Then we have if between greater or equal to 50 and the score between 50 and 60, we'll give him grade C. So we'll print to the student grade C. Then we have between 40 and 50. So if the score is between 40 and 50, we'll give him grade D. That's grade D, okay? So print grade D. Otherwise, we'll give him grade F. And that's it. So if the student enters a score that's either equal or greater than 80, we'll give him grade A. If the student enters a score that is between 60 and a score that's less than 80, we'll give him grade B. If the student enters a score that's between 50 and 60, we'll give him grade C. Between 40 and 50, we'll give him grade D. And then anything that is less than 40, we'll give him grade F. So let's run our file. Let's start with the 80 and above. So if you enter 83, maybe that's grade A. Okay, let's try between 60 and 80, maybe 75. That's grade B. Okay, let's try between 50 and 60. 57. That's grade C. Let's write between 40 and 50. 46. That's grade D. Okay, anything that's less than 40, maybe 21, that's grade F. So it's working perfectly. And we have seen most of these concepts in our previous videos or programs. For example, how to check if the user has entered a whole number using the numeric method, how to convert a string into an integer using the int method. I think the only kind of concept that's new in this program is this comparison operator that you have not done before. So to check if something is greater or equal to, comparing two conditions using the AND logical operator. Yeah, and this is very simple. You can just understand it. And I hope you learned something. See you on the next program. Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to do a simple program that mixes two different colors and gives a unique color output. For example, red and blue color mixture will give us a purple color. Red and yellow color mixture will give us an orange color. Blue and yellow color mixture will give us a green color. And you want to collect these color mixtures from the user using the input function. So we'll prompt the user to enter these colors and then we'll mix them and give him the corresponding color output. So let's prompt the user to enter a primary color. So we will call the first one a primary color. Enter a primary color. And then we will give the user a hint and we want the user to choose his color of choice from this list. So you will choose from this red, blue and yellow list, and then whatever the user has entered, you are going to store it in a variable primary color. Notice that we are separating these two word variable using the underscore. After that, we want to prompt the user also to enter a second color. So we have a primary color and then we have a second color. So choose a second color. We'll give the user a hint also of what to choose from, and whatever the user has entered in this prompt, you are going to store it in a variable also. Let's say second color. We also don't want the user to choose the color of the same type in these two prompts. For example, if the user chooses red as the primary color and also red as a second color, when we mix that red and red color mixture, it will still give us a red color and there will be no unique color output. We want to make sure that the user has chosen colors of different types in this prompt. And to do that, we are going to use the while loop. So while the second color is equal to primary color, we want to prompt the user. We want to print to the user first to choose a different color. Then we will prompt the user enter another color not the same as primary color. And then whatever the user has entered in this prompt, we will store in a second color variable. So we also want to store it as a second color. And then after that, if the user enters colors of different types on this prompt, we're going to do it to this else part. So while the user is entering colors of the same type, print to the user to choose a different color and prompt the user to enter a color that's not the same as primary color. Otherwise, if the user has chosen colors of different type, we want to check if his primary color is equal to red and second color is equal to blue. So we are checking for this first condition, red and blue color mixture. It can also be in reverse because the user can choose blue as the primary color and red as the second color. So as long as it is red and blue color mixture, we want to give the user a purple color. It doesn't matter what he has chosen as a primary color. He can choose the blue as the primary color and red as the second color, or red as the primary color and blue as the second color. So, or if the primary color can also be blue and the second color be red. So as long as it is blue red color mixture, we want to print to the user you have purple color if check for the second condition, this red yellow color mixture that will give us an orange color. If the primary color is equal to red and the second color is equal to yellow, can also be in reverse, or the primary color can be yellow and the second color can be red. So as long as it is yellow red color mixture, we want to print to the user you have an orange color. And then this last condition, blue yellow color mixture, that will give us a green color. So if primary color is equal to blue, you can just copy this, then I can replace whatever I have written. So this is blue yellow color mixture that will give us a green color. So if the primary color is equal to blue, the second color is equal to yellow, or the primary color can be yellow and the second color can be blue. So as long as it is blue yellow color mixture, we want to print to the user that you have a green color. And that's all. So let's run our code. It will first prompt us to enter a primary color. So let's choose red. Enter a second color. So let's try to enter the same red. So it will tell us to choose a different color, not the same as primary color. Let's choose red again. So as long as you are choosing colors of the same type, it will tell us to choose a different color, not the same as primary color. So you can enter red again, it will still tell us the same. So let's enter blue this time. So blue red color mixture will give us a purple color. So it has printed you have a purple color. Let's run our file again. You can test for maybe the reverse blue red color mixture. We will still have a purple color. Then let's run our file again. You can test for the second red yellow color mixture. Enter red as a primary color and yellow as a second color. You have an orange color. Okay, that's working fine. Let's run again. The last one is blue yellow color mixture. Blue as a primary color, yellow as a second color. So we have a green color. It will print to us that we have a green color. You can check for the reverse yellow, blue as the second color. We will still have a green color. So that's all. You can just summarize. So we have first prompted the user to enter a primary color, and you have given the list that you can choose from. We also prompted the user to enter a second color, while the primary color and the second color is of the same type, we want to print to the user to choose a different color, not the same as primary color. And if the user has chosen colors of different types, we want to check if those colors are red, blue color mixture, and then we'll give him a purple color. And if the user has chosen red, yellow color mixture, we'll give him an orange color. And if the user has chosen blue, yellow color mixture, we'll give him a green color. And that's all for this video. I hope you learned something. See you on the next program.